Hello, welcome to the HolmFront. You're about to watch an episode that we recorded, and we recorded it live, and I didn't know what that trailer was going to bring. So this is just me, free video, letting you know this trailer is very graphic.
Extremely.
It's very disturbing. So tread carefully. It is about Ed Gein. Do you know anything about Ed Gein or what he inspired? Things like Psycho, things like Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, that kind of thing. You know the content of those, and you'll kind of get an idea of like how disgusting this is a real individual, how disgusting he was as an individual. So this is just us jumping in the front of this video, just letting you know this is what's coming. So if you're not interested in that, just go watch a different video of ours. But
yeah, the trailer should be red band. I don't know why it wasn't. It's a lot.
Yeah, it surprised me. So
I had seen a teaser, and I was like, oh yeah, the teaser's fine. I did not see this. So I was like, oh yeah, my.
He didn't warn me. So anyway.
Well, I couldn't. I thought it was the same thing, and it wasn't.
Wrong. Anyway, with that knowledge, continue on. Thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to the weekend. Welcome to the HolmFront, where we keep everything objectively subjective. I did it again. Nailing it. I am Tyler, your host, and to my right, as always, is Mitch, my overly artistic friend.
Hello, I'm here. What are we watching today?
We are watching the trailer to Monster, the Ed Gein story, which...
Oh, boy.
If I'm not mistaken, you've seen the previous one, right? The Dahmer show?
The previous two, actually. They did one on Jeffrey Dahmer, and then they did another one on the it's the brothers who killed their parents.
They did?
The Menendez brothers, yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this existed. Maybe I'll have to go disturb myself for that too. So
yes, this is going to be dark.
Very.
So if you're not familiar with this, they do like these horror shows based on like real people who have done some of the most heinous
like
things in real life.
Biopics or something.
Yeah.
Bio shows, whatever.
Yeah, and they're pretty accurate because, like, especially for the Dahmer one, because I watched a documentary and I did my own research afterwards, and they were really spot on. Like, there were a few things they changed just to make the story flow a little better.
Probably to make it a little bit more tolerable.
Well, for that, I think they were just careful about how much they showed. But the thing is when you're in a show with this stuff, it's so dark and so heavy, and you know what's happening, even if they don't show it to you, that it really weighs on you. Like I was screwed up for a good like week and a half after the Dahmer
that was
one.
a dark one.
Like,
I think the main actor was pretty screwed up too. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to a beach for a while. I gotta get out of this.
If you see his speech at the Golden Globes, he looks like he's in like a remission, like some kind of recovery. Because he's like, but I mean, like he looks healthy, fine, but like as he's talking, he's just like gonna like thank our crew and everything, and like he says something about like we need to get back to the light, and then like this poor man.
I need to go find my smile again.
Yeah, well, he like
back.
I heard he talked about that too. He was like, I just need to stay away from dark stuff for a while and just like rebuild my sanity. Which I was glad to hear him say, because I was like, yeah, I would think so. You'd have to like really. I mean, that's one kind of role you would not want to do that much method acting, but he is like that. He's a really intense actor. He did a phenomenal job. It was a much deserved win. Yeah, I hope he's taking care of himself.
Yeah.
I've never been more concerned about an actor before than like that movie.
Since the Joker, it's like, man, maybe we should check up on this guy. Put him under 24-hour surveillance. Make sure he's
he's
okay.
eating, seeing family, hanging out with friends.
Take these meds just proactively. We're gonna make sure it doesn't delve too far.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna watch Ed Gein today. Do you know much about Ed Gein himself?
Yes, I'm familiar. He was kind of the inspiration for a lot of horror pieces.
Yep.
Texas Chainsaw, Silence of the Lambs,
Psycho,
yeah, a number of different stuff. But I don't know his story specifically. I just know he's the one that inspires all of these other horror narratives.
Okay. I'd say look it up, but man, it's a lot.
I think he's depicted in one of the shows. It might be the Menendez brothers one. But he does show up briefly in that, and it was like a weird. Oh wait, no, it is the Dahmer one.
Yeah,
because they show the contrast, and it's like as horrible as Dahmer was, this guy was like on another sadistic level.
Yeah,
because Dahmer was just this like weird, like he was like a victim to himself, in a weird way. It's like he just had zero self-control and like was aware but did nothing to kind of really stop it.
Sure.
He just kind of gave in to these evil impulses. Because that's the thing about it. Like afterwards, he was super forthright once he was caught. He was just like, he just told the police everything, helped them track down and identify people who like we didn't even know were missing. So it's like a weird reaction. And like this guy was just like, nope, none of that. Like zero remorse.
With that, let's watch the trailer.
Oh, sorry, you asked. Okay. I'm ready.
There's something real dark
Dang it.
about you, Eddie Gein.
Okay, I'm going to have to do this live, so you're going to have to cover for me real quick.
Yeah, I will ramble. Please get the audio.
Okay.
Okay, so something else I can say about those shows. I do want to say this, actually. The Menendez Brothers show was critically panned. Everybody hates it. And I tried for the life of me to figure out why. And I couldn't get a clear answer. All anyone was saying was that they didn't like that it had to do with...
Okay, sorry, that's going to be a weird little bump, but didn't like that they have to do with what?
Well, people kept saying like there were people defending the Menendez brothers and then other people
I remember
criticizing
that being really
them.
controversial, yeah.
Yeah, super controversial. And they were just so mad at the show. But I didn't get that because the show does not pick a side. It lets you decide. It's
it doesn't
just like,
do it with the Dahmer series either. It really just is like, here's all the facts. Here's what happened. Here's what they found. That's it.
Right, because the thing with the Menendez brothers, there's a lot of things that they claim that their parents did to them, but there's not a lot of proof. So in the show, it depicts what those things were, but then it scales back and gives you like the alternate perspective of what might have been how the parents perceived things.
Sure.
So because you get sort of both sides, you're like, well, how bad was it really? Like, was it true? Was it not? And there's these two lawyer characters that have this really fascinating disagreement with each other about like the importance of being a prosecutor versus the importance of being a defendant. And it's a really riveting conversation. And people were stupid. They just did not get that nuance at all. They were just mad because of like how it related to real life. And I was like, it's not about real life. It's about telling the story.
Sure.
And they just could not remove that. So anyways, I'm curious to see how this will pan out now, given the fact that people can be so polarizing on these subjects, which I understand. They're very dark people who did some horrible things.
Yep.
But I'm just kind of like, you know, the story is the story. There's a lot of ways they could have gotten it wrong. I felt like the way they got it was about as well as you could expect.
Well, let's see how Get Gain's going.
Okay.
Take two.
I'm more than ready.
That was my bad. Sorry, that's a weird segment.
Eddie Gein.
Eddie, you're a mess.
Yes, he was.
Only a mother could love you.
Ooh. I thought that was Tom Hardy for a while.
It does look kind of like
I
him.
think it's Charlie Hunnam. Oh,
Whoa. What's happening here?
sorry, everybody. Is this Red Band or something?
That's what I creeped
That's
out.
how I like to be looked at. Like I'm food.
Ugh. What is with his eye?
Mother says I can't touch you this way. Whew.
Is this okay?
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, that held so long. Okay.
All right. This is disturbing beyond belief.
Ah! Oh
Ugh.
my gosh. Okay.
I just feel like I'm a puzzle, and none of the pieces fit.
Ugh.
Ugh, man.
Oh.
I don't know if I could stomach this one. God.
Oh man, I remember reading about that story. Oh my gosh.
There's the Psycho reference. Text chainsaw.
Oh man. Oh. Oh. That was the lampshade.
Yeah, boy. Think we've seen enough.
You're the one can't look away.
Ugh. Ugh. Whew.
Weird music choice. Okay.
We had no commentary for that one.
I don't know what there's to say. It's pretty messed up. Ugh. You gonna watch it?
I don't know about that one, man. That's rough. Like, I know that story. I don't. Even the friggin' trailer. I barely stay in the trailer. Did you see how quiet it was?
That was hard to get through.
Oh my gosh.
So I had seen a trailer, but it was a teaser, and it was just a few short clips.
Oh, so you didn't see this one?
No, I didn't see
Okay.
all that. I definitely did not see that. There's crazy, and then there's that. Holy cow!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can do this one. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I listened to oh gosh, I'm not gonna remember his name at this moment, but there was a series of podcasts that I was listening to, and it was like a behind the scenes of a bunch of things. So there was Star Wars that I started with, and then they did Jaws, and then they did Psycho. And with Psycho, he does a mix of things. So with Jaws, he actually jumped way back into like the source material of what led up to Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the USS something. The ship went down, and there was sharks that were picking off a bunch of the sailors that were in the water
Ew.
because they were stuck for a bunch of days. It was like a week or something that they were stuck out there, and so
God.
they were having to like live with people getting dragged under every once in a while. So like that was one of the things that inspired the Jaws story. So then he got to Psycho. Oh, the other one was The Exorcist. He did a bunch. Something Ramsey. Figured out. But he did Psycho. And so what he did was he would do the same thing. Was he jumped into like the source material, which was in a book called Psycho that Hitchcock picked up and read and then made the movie off of. But that led into like the backstory of Ed Gein. So he talked a lot about what Ed Gein was. And there's still a house out there. I forget where it is, but his house is still out for people to essentially walk through and talk about this stuff. So like he had a lampshade. Sorry, this is graphic, but he had a lampshade made out of human skin, and there's a nipple on it, and that was like one of the things that they found.
Ew.
And then they found the human faces and the mom, and people would claim to see his mom like dancing on the hilltop after she died and stuff, and that was him dressed up like her, and that was where like the inspiration for Psycho came. Like really, really dark stuff, because this is an actual person that did this actual, these actual things. But he fell in love with a bartender, and that's who that was, and ended up wanting to like keep her face or wear her skin or whatever it was that like. So it's just really disgusting, and it seems like this show's not holding back at all in all of his escapades.
None whatsoever.
So, yeah, I might be off that train. This might be one where I'm like, yeah, I'm drawing that line.
Yeah, I don't fault you for it.
You gonna try?
Well, it's just a matter of when.
Okay.
That sounds eerie. I just mean like I'll need to be in a headspace where I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like
extra strong. So by
yeah,
the
I'm
end,
okay to like handle this kind of right now. So basically, because I started watching the Dahmer one because I was doing research for characters for my book. I was trying to get some evil characters.
Boy, what a choice. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know much about the story, to be honest,
Okay.
when I started watching. I was just
Sure.
like, all right, he's some psycho. I put it on. I was like, jeez. What did I sign up for?
The worst.
But, the other thing about it is that I'm curious about because in Dahmer, they talk about how he had some like surgery or something when he was really, really little. And his dad said that afterwards, like, I don't know if he was injured or whatever, what happened there, I forget. But they explain it in the show. But afterwards, his dad said that he was like not the same person when he came back, even when he was really little. But he was like, after that surgery, he was just like, there was just a real change. But, you just work with the person and you try not to hold that against them. And he's so young, his personality's not fully developed because he was like a little kid, like 3 or something. So he was like, okay, like, you know, just you work with it, and then denial, I guess.
Sure.
So I it really does seem like, especially given the fact that he at least is aware of what his conscience should be doing,
Sure.
even though it's not operational. So he's not emotionally like connected with it. That's how I seem to understand it. So, you know, but for this guy, it's like, I'm really curious. And like the Menendez brothers, they were like weird too, but it like, there was no like clear answer. It was just like, well, I guess they could have been abused, or they just really went crazy. And so for him, I'm kind of curious, like, and I guess that's the whole thing. That's one of the brilliance of the Dahmer show anyways, is that it ends where they try to figure out like what to do with like his brain, and they decide to destroy it. And the judge says like, we need to kind of have closure on this and stop obsessing over the reasons as to why. But it is an interesting philosophical question. Like, do you try to understand and face that darkness, knowing that it's so disturbing because it's an aspect of humanity that you now have to contend with
Sure.
in some way? Or do you just be like, this is just poison into my brain. I don't want that dark stuff there.
That's fair.
I don't think there's a right answer to it. I just think it's a tough question.
It is an interesting question to pose, and seems like they did the same thing with the Menendez brothers one, right? They just kind of
Yeah.
objectively showed the facts, and then said, "Do with it what you will." This is the story as it exists, and what you do with it is, I mean, be careful with how far you explore.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, there you go. There's your first look into Ed Gein.
I don't know about that one. Don't expect review. You should flag this episode.
I'm
Be like,
probably yeah.
Trigger warning.
I'm gonna put something on there for sure. I didn't realize it was gonna be that dark, so maybe I'll actually edit in me saying, "Hey, caution, no kids."
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
Well,
I didn't think they needed to show that much, but I guess they were being straight with us, you know, forthright about what's actually going to be in it.
sure.
At least
Yeah,
you
I
know,
suppose.
you know they're not going to hold back. So that's
Right.
commendable.
Fair enough. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I need to take a break now.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. So you made it to the end of the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought.